Hey, this is Pastor James coming to you with a midweek message to give you some encouragement, to lift you up. And then after this message, I'd like to share with you some brand new information, some great news that is happening here at Highlands Church that I know will encourage you and actually, hopefully, get you involved in some brand new things as well. Now, the big idea today is a simple one. It's that losing isn't always losing and winning isn't always winning. Now, there's a long history of lottery winners who lead devastating lives after they win the lottery, actually. And so you also think about the people who've had a lot of loss in their early part of their life, in high school, when other people had wins, but yet they grow a character and a deep resolve that gives them the power and strength to have great successes later on in life. And the question I have for you is, do you feel unfortunate? Do you feel unfortunate when you experience a loss? You know, there's a lot of Christ followers who actually think that they're cursed if they have a loss, or they actually think that somehow they're not aligned with God's purposes if they lose at all in life. And nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, Jesus promises his disciples that they will have a fantastic win, but he does offer a clarification about what life will look like. These are the words that Jesus said to his disciples. Jesus said to them, "All who want to come after me must say no to themselves and take up their cross and follow me. And all who want to save their lives will lose them. But all who lose their lives because of me and because of the good news will save them." So the encouragement Jesus gives us is that you should give up your life so that you can live. If you are truly giving and you are truly spending and investing your life rather than hoarding and trying to bury your life in the ground, you will actually see a multiplication. You actually see more life coming back at you. Now, there's no promise that you're going to get a Cadillac or that you're going to get some kind of fancy car or truck or any of those other things. No, the wealth that Jesus promises is not a monetary wealth. In fact, it's a wealth that's far more important. It's one that doesn't disappear or fall away like the fleshy, earthy things. It's something that you take with you forever. It's a spiritual, eternal wealth. So my encouragement to you is the same one that Jesus gave to his disciples. Hear these words of Jesus, that you've got to give up your life so that you can live. Now, a lot of these encouragements are on the app every single week, along with a lot of announcements for you to follow up on the things that are happening here at Highlands Church. And I'm putting this announcement first because it is the big one for this week. And it is this, that we are welcoming on board the staff an amazing pastor, and his name is Reverend Steve Hopper. He will be our interim parish associate minister, and he will be helping with visitations and with the deacons, and he'll be helping with counseling appointments, and he'll just be here to help us do the great things that we're already doing. He's been attending Highlands Church for quite some time, so many of you guys already know who he is, and we're just blessed to have him during this interim period over the next few months at least, and God willing, we are just hoping that we can just celebrate what's happening right now and receive the hope that God has for us. God is saying, look at the incredible things that are going to happen right here at Highlands Church in the days, months, years to come. Now, we have Grief Share happening next Tuesday. Really good guy, Dale May, is putting that on. He's been through Grief Share before. He's stepping out and doing this because he's had it on his heart to help people who have been going through grief and who need help getting to that place of healing in their life. So whether you lost a loved one or you've had some other loss in your life in the past year or a couple of years, we encourage you to be there. And if you know somebody who's lost a loved one, whether it's a son, a daughter, a mother, a father, a spouse, anybody, a grandparent, we encourage you to reach out to them. Spend a little bit of time today praying about who those people are. And you know what? Your reaching out to them would be a blessing because they would know that you remember them. You remember what they're going through and you're thinking of them and that you're praying for them. So again, have the courage to reach out to someone to invite them to the Grief Share that's happening here at Highlands Church next Tuesday evening. Now, we also have the seniors breakfast that's happening again on Tuesday, the same day. That is going to be earlier in the morning, and it is going to be happening at the same time as voting. So here's the encouragement to all y'all seniors and friends. Drop off your ballot and then come and have a great breakfast that is going to be put on by our own Popey, she's going to be making dinner or breakfast for everybody that morning. So come on out. It's going to be a good time. And you're going to hear a great speaker too. It's going to share a cool story with you. And then we have the chili cook-off that's going to be happening actually not long from now, about 10 days from now on November 13th. You can come out for the chili cook-off. You don't have to bring a chili. You don't have to bring a cornbread, but we celebrate it if you do. And if you do bring one of those, you'll be judged, which is fun. And people will go around and sample all of the different chilies. And it is such a good time. We are also going to have bounce houses that day, and we are going to have church on the lawn. For those of you who are fans of church on the lawn, we're going to have it there that day, and it's going to be a really cool time for everybody. And no childcare that day. So if you bring your kids on that Sunday, bring them with you to church. We're going to have a whole worship service up there on the lawn, and it'll be kid-friendly, and it'll be a really good time. So we hope these things are things that you don't just receive, but they're things you give. Share this information. Jesus actually says those who have the courage to share the good news, those are the ones who are going to live. Did you read that in the scripture? So this is the good news. Now have the courage to go out there and share it with everybody you know. God bless and take care.